In this video, sizobe focus on question 1, which is a question on the algebra, equations, your quadratic equation, simultaneous equation, quadratic inequalities, abusad equation. Sometimes kuthola the nature of the roots as well. So lana, it's question 1 in the description box. If you're interested, there are other videos saying what recorded for this question paper, so check them out. So yeah, question 1.1. So for x 1.1.1 is in a quadratic equation. It's x squared minus 2x minus 24 equal to 0, for 3 marks. So this is a quadratic equation. You can either use a factoring method, right? In most cases, the first equation, question 1, the first equation uzobuyithola uzobusebenzisa i-factoring method lapho. If ever yakuhlula leyo method, just stick to ilo ka quadratic equation. So lana 1.1.1 x squared minus 2x minus 24 equal to 0. So lana ngizosebenzisa i-factoring method. So sina 2 ama-brackets. I'm looking for 2 numbers. Engizothi nangwa-multiplier anginikeza minus 24. The same numbers nangwa-add anginikeza minus 2. Those numbers are ubani? Minus 6 as well as plus 24. Minus 6 times plus 24. Minus 6 times plus 4 is negative 24. Negative 6 plus 4 inginikeza ubani? Negative 2. So those numbers, lama numbers lawo sithi ama-factors, right? Ama-factors, so afaka inside ama-brackets ayi-2. Then kuba sort of like ama-solutions for this quadratic equation. So our x is equal to 6 or x equal to minus 4. So lana apply the zero factor law and equal each bracket to 0 and solve for x. 1.1.2. Lana go 1.1.2. Well, lana bathi calculate solve for x and then correct to 2 decimal places. Lana it's a must. Factoring method ayisebenzi ke la. It's a must ukuthi usebenzise quadratic formula. Factoring method doesn't work lapha. So let's take out ama values wethu ka a, b as well as c. A is equal to 2, b is equal to minus 3, as well as c is equal to minus 3. Then so substitute into the quadratic equation, and then where there's b ngiyofaka b, where there's a ngiyofaka a, where there's c ngiyofaka bani c. Then we substitute. B is negative 3, b is negative 3, a is 2, c is negative 3, and then a is 2. But correct to how many decimal places? 2 decimal places. So let's do this. This is OT minus, open bracket, minus 3 plus, let's start off with 2 plus. I'm going to plus or minus ku calculator. So square root, open bracket, minus 3 squared minus 4 a 2 c, it's negative 3 2 times 2 equal to 2 decimal places is 2.19, or the other x you change halapa go plus, since it's no plus minus you for good negative. This time is negative 0.69, negative 0.69. so our answer is negative 0.69. Now 1.1.3 quadratic inequality. So now quadratic inequality A2. Since this quadratic inequality is not expressed in a standard form, so ngizothatha the 4, the negative 4 ngitranspose to the left hand side, even as something like this, which is a standard form. So kumele express as a standard form so that uzokwazi simplify. So from lana I need, after this step, I need to find critical values. After standardizing equation yakho, you need to find critical values. So utreata a quadratic inequality equation as guys, as an ordinary quadratic inequality equation. Bese ucalculator ama-roots wakho, your x, your 2x values, and it's up to you. Okay, so there's two or three methods for calculating quadratic inequalities. You can either use a graphical method, ungasebenzisa parabola, or ungasebenzisa the straight line method or the table method. But for this one, ngicela si explore this one. Yellow guys, what's this? Graphical method. So critical values wethu. Here's what happened together. I'm looking for two numbers. Nangwa multiply nginikeza positive 4. The same numbers nangwa add nginikeza plus 5. Yiwo la ubani plus 4 no plus 1. Bese ngafaka ngaphakathi kwalama bracket. Then ngichange the inequality sign into a equal sign. I only do this whenever ngifuna calculate my critical values, right? So my critical values are x equal to minus 4 or x equal to negative 1. So therefore ngizosebenzisa graphical method mina la. So plot a parabola showing only amaluganje ama x-intercept, x equal to minus 4, x equal to minus 1. So now plotter azoba somewhere la, right? And then now bheka ke manje, back. But it's x squared. Then you go back to your original equation in standard form. X squared, you check out standard equation yakho, x squared plus 5x plus 4 less than or equal to less than or equal to 0. All right, again. This is the y-axis, lena y-axis, and then this is the x-axis, right? So in order ukuthi uphendule, or in order ukuthi solve this quadratic inequality, you need to check your y-axis. It less than. I know that the in the y-axis, this is the positive side. Abo y value balana ba positive, and then abo y value below the x-axis banjani ba negative, right? And then inequality sign it less than or equal to. So therefore you check where your graph is less than or equal to 0. You go pick it's below what? Below the x-axis. So solution ilaya between minus 4 and 7. So my solution is below the y, so it's below the x-axis because of the inequality sign says less than or equal to 0. If it was greater or equal to 0, bezoba above the x-axis, so solution yambe yoba somewhere ngala. But in this case our solution is between minus 4 and 7 because of the inequality sign says we are less than or equal to 0. So my solution is x element of negative 4 included from negative 4 to negative 1. Negative 1 included, or between minus 4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to minus 1. Now abuzosebenzisa interval notation. You start with the small value, ulandele the larger value. Same goes with this one. This is sometimes called as the end statement. Whenever uzosebenzisa the inequality signs, nangabe uzo-expressa isolution yakho for your quadratic inequality. So this is our solution for 1.1.3, 1.1.4. Alright, now go 1.1.4, we have seen a sad equation. So lana in a sad equation, the sad part of the equation, or the square root, kwamele isolate uyibeke on one side. So lana sebasenzele yona already, everything is in order la. So the square root is isolated, sithola kuphi, on the left hand side. So into soyenza la sizo square both sides. The reason for squaring both sides, the idea is to do what? Is to eliminate the square root. If it was a third root, besufaka u exponent 3. So since it's in a square root, you know, it's your square again instead. So it's x plus 28 equal to 2 minus x raised to exponent 2. Then we simplify again. It's x plus 28 equal to 2 minus x in bracket and another bracket 2 minus x. The squared simply means it's in a 2 yama brackets. Then in multiply lama brackets way 2 x plus 28 equal to 2 times 2 is 4, and then the middle term you about 4 x, since 2 times minus x is minus 2x, 2 times minus x is minus 2x. Now add out 2 minus 2x, no minus 2x in total minus 4x. Minus x times minus x, it's plus x squared. Then from lana gesenzani, si movela everything on one side. So lana ngizoti 0 equal to ngizomove this x plus 28 to the right hand side. So ngizoba no 4 minus 4x plus x squared minus x minus 28, right? And then 0 is equal to about x squared, and then x minus 4x, it's minus 5x, and then this 4 and 28, it's negative 26. Oh no, it's minus 24. Since 28 minus 4 is 24, so it's minus 24. And then the reason why ngisusalo x plus 24 ngibaletha ngapha on the right hand side, ngifuna ukuthi u-x squared wami remain positive. Nangizomove this left hand side, the content on the right hand side ngilethe ngapha on the left hand side, the x squared yoba negative, which is something engizama ukuyi-avoid la. And even if noma ngathatha this ngibeke ngapha lo 0 ngibeke ngapha, it's still the same thing. Ngiyazi ukuthi sijwayele ukuthi the standard form iba njani, sithola u-x squared minus 5x on the right hand side, and then the 0 on the the x squared minus 5x minus 24 on the left, and then the 0 on the right. But it doesn't matter noma ihleli so. Then it's either usebenzisa quadratic formula or ngisebenzisa factoring method, which is something engizoyisebenzisa la kuyoba x minus 8, yeah, it's minus 8x plus 3, right? Since now multiply minus 8 no 3 in total 20 minus 24, minus 8 plus 3 is negative 5. Therefore x is equal to 8, or x equal to negative 3. X is equal to negative 3. Then uyabuya ke, you test your solution. Watesta njani ke? You need to test your solution. You need to test ukuthi if now substitute our x into your equation, the left iba equal to the right, and then ubuye ucheck for x equal to minus 3, which I could now substitute on the left as well as the right, both sides are equal. Now if they are not equal, it means leyo root uyitholile, or that x value uyitholile, it's not a solution. So asiqale ngo8, let's substitute to 8 on the left hand side to go 1.1.4. So it's square root 8 plus 28 is equal to 6. So the left hand side is equal to 6. Is equal to 6 for 8, and then the right hand side is 2 minus 8. It's negative 6. So as with the 6 is equal to negative 6. This is not true. So it means that x equal to 8 is not our solution because of the left is not equal to the right. Let's check x equal to negative 3. So we have negative 3 plus 28 equal to 5. It's equal to 5, and then 2 minus 3. Our answer is positive 5. So the left is equal to the right. This is our solution. So 1.1.4, we have only one solution, x equal to negative 3. 1.2, solve simultaneously for x and y in the following. So lana ke sine simultaneous equation komele solve for x and y. So 1.2. Alright, now 1.2, sina 2 yama equations to 2y equal to 3x plus 1, which ni name as equation 1. 2xy plus 7 equal to x squared plus 4y squared, which is our equation number 2. So therefore, in a simultaneous equation, right? So I need to take either equation 1 or equation 2 and make x or y the subject of the formula and generate to equation number 3. So you start to equation 1 and make ubani or x the subject of the formula. Why? Because of that's the variable engana coefficient and is not squared as well. So it becomes difficult if uzowenza x squared, x from this x squared, the subject of the formula, or this y squared, or either x or y from this xy, or this y from this 2y. So I always avoid variable with coefficients or the squared ones or something like xy. So I always go for the one without a coefficient and is not squared, like for instance x. So equation 1, so tata yena and make x the subject of the formula. So start to equation 1, 2y equal to 3 plus x, and make x the subject of the formula. So transpose our 3 to the left hand side. You want 2y minus 3 equal to x, and then I have ubani equation number 3. Then you tata equation 3 and substitute into equation 2. I can't take equation 3 and substitute to 1 because of 3 ubuya equation 1. So therefore substitute manje. I'm substituting 3 into 2. La kuno x khona ngifaka ubani, where there's x ngifaka 2y minus 3, 2y minus 3. Nangu x ngifaka 2y minus 3, and then bese ngiyasimplify ke 2y lo 2 nalo y bo multiply inside the bracket, and then this 2y minus 3 siyom square siyoba na 2 yama brackets, then siyasimplify, and then we end up with something like this. 2 times 2y times y is 4y squared. 2 times minus 3 times y is minus 6y plus lo 7 lona, and then I multiply lama brackets I 2. You told this trinomial plus 4y squared. Therefore, we're transpose everything to the left hand side. No mungayisa on the left hand side. It's still the same. So it's 4y squared minus 6y plus 7 not equal to, but minus 4y squared. It's this 4y, and then you're gonna plus 12y given to minus 9 no minus 4y squared equal to 0, this cancels this, and then minus 6y nangimhlanganisa nalo 12y ngiyoba no 6y, this 7 nalo 9 ngiyoba no minus 2, ngizoba no minus 2, is it? Ngizoba no minus 2, so this na this inginikeza minus 2. Okay, this and this inginikeza this one, right? And then this and this izonginikeza negative 2, and then bese kusala this negative 4y squared equal to 0, right? And then okay, I don't well, okay, noma ungayeka iso then apply loka quadratic formula, it's still fine, but mina ngiyosebenzisa i-factoring method la. Ngizothatha this ngikulethe ngale, sale no 0 ngapha. Ngifuna ukuthi this y abe positive, this y squared abe a positive value, so kuba plus 4y squared, this 6y eze ngapha yoba negative 6y, this 2 abe positive 2, 0 equal to, taking out the 2 as a common factor, sala no 2y squared minus 3y plus 1. 0 is equal to, divide both sides by the 2, about 2y squared minus 3y plus 1. Then apply the factoring method. You have no 2y minus 1 y minus 1 equal to 0. So this is these are the factors for a trinomial, or you can apply a quadratic formula and find your values. Then our y is equal to 1 over 2 or y equal to 1. So therefore, we're saying substitute the y value into equation number 3 and find ubani x. So now having substitute y equal to 1, the x value is over equal to, the x value will be equal to, so it's 2 times 1 minus 3, it's negative 1. It's negative 1. Now having substitute y equal to 1 over 2, the x value is over equal to 2 times half, it's 1 minus 3, it's negative 2. So therefore these are the solutions for our simultaneous equation. Now for the last equation 1.3, the last question, not equation but the last question 1.3, but the roots of an equation are x equal to minus n plus minus square root n squared minus 4mp divided by 2m. So it looks like a quadratic equation. Bese babuya bathi where m and p are positive real numbers, the numbers m, n, and p in that order form a quadratic sequence. Prove that x is a non-real number, So 1.3. Alright, okay. Basiphe a quadratic equation la, in terms of n, m, as well as p, and then the statement is very crucial. This one, that's the statement la. The numbers m, n, and p in that order form a quadratic sequence. Prove that x is a non-real number. So sifuna prove ukuthi this x is not a real number, or the solution for this quadratic equation is a non-real number. So now for 1.3 sizothi la we have a geometric sequence M, N, and P in that order. It means with T1 M, T2 N, and then T3 is P. So asilale ngayo lelo guy, the quadratic sequence, and see where do we end up ngayo. There's something special in a quadratic sequence. It's called what? Common ratio, right? So there's something called a common ratio. So that common ratio is over useful in this in our calculation. A common ratio we calculate as T2 divided by T1 or T3 over T2. So now divide out T2 no T1 no totally common ratio, or now divide out T3 no T2 totally common ratio, which are equal to each other. Therefore T2 N, T1 M, T3 P, and then T2 ubani uloka N. Then we cross multiply so that we remove lama fraction. I'll end up with something like N times N give ubani N squared. M times P is equal to MP, right? MP. In order to prove that X is a non-real number, I will need the discriminant, and the discriminant for this quadratic equation or quadratic formula is N squared minus 4MP. N squared minus 4MP. So this question are equal that obvious. You think a little bit of imagination or some critical thinking. So N squared is okay, the discriminant is equal to N squared minus 4MP according to our quadratic equation or quadratic formula. But I can see that MP is also equal to N squared. So now this thing. So do you understand now the quadratic sequence yethu or our common ratio ingena kanjani ke in answering this question? It's because of sifuna ukwazi ukuthi N squared is equal to what? Now the discriminant is equal to N squared minus 4N squared. It's negative 3N squared. So the discriminant is equal to negative 3N squared. And then we know that any number now we square is always greater than 0. Any number raised to exponent 2 is always greater to 0. Now n wako u negative 5. Now we square it all positive 25, which is greater than 0. Any number we square is always a positive. And then now we multiply a positive number by negative 3. You get a negative value. So therefore it means that negative 3N squared is what? Is negative 0. Not negative 0, man. Negative 3N squared is what? Is less than 0 according to the logic or this explanation and you provided. Now multiply a positive number by negative 3, I always get a value that's less than 0. So therefore it means it discriminant here too is less than 0. And it means what? It means what? It means what? If it discriminant yako is less than 0, your solution, our x values or roots azoba ama non-real numbers. Non-real numbers. If discriminant is less than 0, we have ama non-real numbers as ama solutions wethu. Vanubone nangabe uzama ucalculator ama roots using a calculator yakho, so using a quadratic formula, and then you find that uthola something called immediate error kuluga calculator yakho. It's because of ama values wakho waka x or ama roots wakho asuke ama non-real numbers, right? Asuka ama non-real numbers. So yeah, question yethu iphelela lana, guys. Our video also ends here. In the description below, you'll also find the links for other questions for the question paper. I hope this video uthole some value. If you did, ungakhohlwa ukuleave like, ungakhohlwa ukushare nabangani bakho, ungakhohlwa nokusubscribe for more videos afana nalawa. So thanks for watching. Asibonane on the video elandelayo. Thanks guys. Bye bye.